What's going on, guys? This is Dan, the Steel Twins here, coming at you with the Week 10 picks. We are already in the double-digit weeks of the NFL season. Got a special guest rejoining us for the picks again this year. Shout out to Nicholas, a.k.a. Cartman, from the Discord chat. How you doing, man?
Good. How are you guys?
We are very good. We are doing really good, especially riding off the Steelers dub. Hoping we can make it two straight. But to start off Week 10, we have a very missable matchup, in my opinion. I don't know how you feel about this one. We got the Carolina Panthers at the Chicago Bears. What's your prediction on this one?
I'm going to go with the Panthers upset.
Oh, upset. Okay, I like that.
The Bears had backup quarterback. I think Young can pull off the win. So
Yeah, he definitely is going to need something to bounce back off after a terrible performance last week, throwing two pick sixes. Chicago is just, they're very hit or miss. You don't know what you're going to get any week from them. I mean, they lost to the Saints in a close one last week. The Panthers, man, like they got to win, and then it seems like they're back on a losing streak. So I'll go with the Bears until the Panthers can win consistently. But at the same time, I can't say the same for the Bears, But if I had to pick a team, I'm going the home squad. Sunday games, we have another missable matchup. This is one of the early games, all the way in I believe, Germany. We got the Indianapolis Colts at the New England Patriots. What's your prediction on this one?
I go with the Colts.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the.
I
What was?
just don't think Jones is ready for.
No,
He
I,
did not.
I
He did not play up to his potential.
no, I agree. The Patriots are just like they're really bad this year. They are really bad this year. I know they lost two straight, so they're gonna want to get a win back. But I think the Colts are gonna ride a little, some sort of momentum. They played a really good one last week, a very close one, but they did pull off a nice dub versus the Panthers, so they're gonna ride on some momentum. I agree with your prediction. Yeah, let's go with the Colts. Hopefully Taylor and Moss can kind of run down New England's throats there. Next one, we have a very good one, worth watching for sure. We have the Houston Texans at the Cincinnati Bengals. These are two teams riding off very hot victories, man. What's your prediction on this one?
As much as I want to take the Texans, the Bengals just came off the win with the Bills, so I gotta go Bengals.
Yeah, I understand why you say that. I believe last week I picked Cincinnati to beat the Bills, and unfortunately, we were right in that prediction. I really want to go with the Texans in my upset, and it's not me riding with the Texans hot train and C.J. Stroud proving last week he is legit with a truly history-making rookie performance, almost 500 yards, 5 touchdowns, a game winner. I mean, an absolute history-making, incredible performance from the rookie quarterback. I'd love to see him kind of do something similar and continue to prove he is a legit quarterback. I think the Texans got their guy, but Cincinnati's really starting to get on their hot train. They're starting to get back in the groove of being an elite contender. So I'd have to agree with your prediction. I want to go Texans just like you, but got to be honest, man. Got to go with Cincinnati. Unfortunately, maybe the Texans pull off the upset. That would be very good though.
That'd be awesome. Help us out in the division.
Exactly.
So.
And it's definitely not out of the realm of possibility. They say any given Sunday, and this year has proven that more than any year in the past. So it could happen. Next game, we got the New Orleans Saints at the Minnesota Vikings, man. How about Josh Dobbs, bro? What a comeback. What a story. How you feel about that?
He showing that he can win games as a backup quarterback, and as much as we let him walk, he is showing us that time not let him walk.
Yeah.
So better than Mitch.
Oh, I agree. I think we should have just been kept Dobbs.
Yeah.
I was always a fan of him, even coming out of Tennessee, and to see him continue to shine and get the opportunities, and what he did for the Vikings last week. He just came in, he came off the bench, and a hell of a performance and a game-winning touchdown, man. So shout out to Josh Dobbs. It's always good to see him find success, and a homegrown guy from our favorite team, the Steelers. It's always great to see him thrive in that opportunity. So very happy for him. What's your prediction on this one, though?
I'm going to upset Vikings.
I'm gonna have to agree. Just because the Saints, see, they're very up and down as well. Like they're
They
another.
play good they play bad. You
Yeah,
don't know.
exactly. They're another one of those teams where you just don't know what you're gonna get. And I will be fair in saying that their last two wins, they've done well. They're starting to show off some offensive potential, but they were against mediocre teams, teams very much like themselves. Uh,
Hmm.
you could say the same about the Vikings, but I think the Vikings have a lot more to offer, especially once ever they get Jay Jettas back. The Viking
Yeah.
season is over. It's very much like the Steelers 2019 season. Their quarterback's down. Their star wide receivers on IR for now. It's just they're riding with whatever they have for now, and Josh Dobbs is just perfect for that. But I think they're going to keep riding that, man. I think Josh Dobbs is going to continue to show that he is a dependable quarterback. He's going to continue to make his name in the league. So yeah, let's go with Josh Dobbs and the Vikings to pull off a win in their territory in U.S. Bank Stadium. Next game, we got the Green Bay Packers at our Pittsburgh Steelers, our third straight home game. Hoping to make it two straight wins. We're coming off a nice mini bye off of a very good Titans victory. How do you feel about our Pittsburgh Steelers, man? It's a Steelers fan. How do you feel about them?
At least the offense show improvement. I gotta admit, I cannot diss on Matt Canada because that game he shut us all up that game. But let hope he can keep that same wave that he had with the Titans,
Yeah.
and let hope Kane can make up for his mistakes, not making costly plays, and let's hope we get everyone into the game like Pickens, get him some targets, routes, all that.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. I think we ought to just keep running with Broderick Jones at any tackle position because
Oh yeah, agree.
that drastically helped our run game, and I think we got to just keep using that to find some success for the offense because that's easily our best area, our best success, our best chance of success offensively. So hopefully we can keep getting that going against the mediocre Packers team, man. Packers are just I know they came off a good win last week, but the Packers are not a threat. They're definitely in a sort of change, a different era than what they're used to. I mean, this is the first year in forever where they're having a season like this. It's a different vibe for them. So it's definitely not an easy game. It's not a cakewalk, but I will say this, man. I have not picked the Steelers in my pick'ems very often, but this time I'm going to. I'm going to go with the Steelers. Would you agree?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with them too. The Packers they didn't play great on offense last week or the Rams. It was basically a defensive game that game, so
Yeah.
I'm going with us.
Yeah, I mean, I think this is going to be a low scoring bout just because both teams struggle to score offensively. I know Love has 12 touchdowns, which is double what Kenny has, and Love has been doing decent. However, they also can't get a ground game going. So this is definitely going to be one of those low scoring, gritty defensive battles, and I think it's whoever gets the most turnovers is going to win the matchup. So it should be an interesting watch. Next game, we got the Tennessee Titans at the Tampa Bay Bucks. What's your prediction on this one? This should be good.
I'm going with Will Levis. The Titans haven't looked bad past two games. They have played good. They play us good. They about to beat us. Will Levis about drove down the field and got a touchdown and beat us. So I'm going with the Titans.
Okay.
But
Yeah, this is another tough one for me. I do want to go the Titans. Because the Bucks, I mean, they kind of ran off a little nice hot train to start the year, but now they've lost what four straight now. I mean, the Bucks are showing they're the Bucks. Mayfield showing he's Mayfield, right? In that factor, yeah, I think Will Levis is going to continue to show he's looking good, and he's going to be that nice change for the Titans offense. So I agree with your prediction. Let's go with Tennessee on this one. Next game, this should be good, and it's gonna be interesting to see what San Francisco does after coming off a bye and now off of what 2, 3 straight losses. We got the San Francisco 49ers at the Jacksonville Jaguars. This should be good, and I think it's gonna be a great test for both teams. What's your prediction?
49ers, they did. Are they having Debo back? Because they don't have Debo back. I have to go with Jags. The 49ers have not looked the same without Debo. It shows that Brock Purdy need targets.
Mhm.
Without Debo, that they kill the offense drastically because they can't do run the ball with McCaffrey and feed him the whole game, and they can throw the ball with Debo when they need to, but then now they can't. So I'm going with the Jags. They haven't played good the past 2 games, especially losing to the Browns with a backup quarterback. I'm going with the Jags.
Yeah, that's fair. I did just read up on an update. Now, the Niners bye week couldn't come at a better time. They've lost 3 straight. They're suffering through injuries with their playmakers. Debo was on the field for 49ers informal practice session on Monday and appeared to have no limitations. So as long as he stays healthy throughout the week, he should be good to go, and thus Purdy and that offense can start cooking the way they're advertised. But I think that the Jags are definitely going to keep this one close for sure because they're a competitive team. They're on the rise. I think it's going to be a well evenly coached, well evenly fought out bout for sure. This is going to be an interesting one, man. I mean, and plus the Jags are coming off 5 straight victories. They're on a hot streak. I don't know if they make it 6. They very well could, but it's more of what do you see happening more? Do you see the 49ers losing 4 straight? Or do you see the Jags winning 6 straight? I'd have to. Yeah. So, I just don't know if the Niners are going to lose 4 straight. I mean, it's not going to be without a hard fought effort from the Jags for sure. I'm going to go San Francisco. They and plus they made some trades before the deadline. Like I said, the bye week couldn't come at a better time for them. I think they're going to show that they're back in their old ways. They're back in that elite category after the bye. But this is going to be a tough one. But, yeah, I'll go San Francisco. I think they bounce back nicely. Next game, we have the Cleveland Browns at the Baltimore Ravens in a highly anticipated AFC North bout. Man, the Ravens, I hate to say it, they're looking a little legit. I still don't trust them in the long term. I still think they're a choking team. I think Harbaugh is a choking coach because he hasn't won anything with the talent he's possessed in recent years. But I will say the Baltimore Ravens are looking pretty legit. I hate to say it, but in that defense, I said they were overrated last week, and they kind of made me eat my words there. They're facing the Browns, and Deshaun Watson could be back. So what's your prediction?
The Ravens haven't really played like highly good defense. They have, but they play in that Brown divisional game. They're going to be a close game. I'm going by who has a better defense, and I hoping that the Brown will beat them. So then, if we win, we the 4th seed in the division. So I'm going Browns.
Yeah, I mean, thankfully the Steelers beat both these teams, so they kind of have an advantage there in the division rankings. I think, yeah, because we still need the Ravens to keep losing, and they're 7-2 now, I believe. So if they lose and we keep winning, we can kind of have a fighting chance there. So, granted, none of us want to root for any of these AFC North teams, especially in a bout like this. But if there was one team that us Steelers fans want to win this game, it would be the Browns. Both defenses are very, very good and arguably elite. I mean, they've been as advertised for sure. So this is probably going to be one of those low-scoring games. It's going to be one of those old-school, gritty AFC North battles. It's going to be an interesting watch for sure, man. It's definitely going to be close. Any given Sunday, I'm going to go upset of the week, man. I'm going the Browns. I think they pull off the upset, and they kind of, what better team to kind of slow down the Ravens' high horse than an AFC North rival in the Browns, man. So I think it's matched up well. So upset of the week, I'm going the Browns. Next game, we got the battle of the birds here. We got the Atlanta Falcons at the Arizona Cardinals. What's your prediction?
I'm going Falcons. Cardinals have not been looking good.
No.
They play good in the first half, like the second half. I don't know what happened. They did all out done.
Yeah.
Sleeping.
And I believe Kyler Murray will be starting this game. He will be making his season return after almost a whole year off. So that's going to boost Arizona a little bit, but I honestly don't think Kyler Murray is that much of a game changer. He's massively overrated, incredibly overpaid. So yes. I just don't think it's going to make much of a difference for Arizona. Arizona is still very bad. Now, the Falcons, they could have easily won many of their recent losses, which I think most of them are by 1 score or more. They easily could have won them if it was for some competent coaching by their head coach, by Arthur Smith. preferably using Bijan Robinson in the red zone, and he's not.
Yeah, they are not using Bijan like they should be.
Exactly. It makes you wonder why they even draft him.
Like
But
how we use Najee and Warren like we should be.
yeah, exactly. But I just don't trust Arizona because even though they're getting Kyler Murray back, that's going to be an excitement for them, especially at the State Farm Stadium for them. But I think Atlanta still wins this one, so I'm going to go Atlanta. Next game, we got the Detroit Lions at the Los Angeles Chargers. This should be another good one. What's your prediction?
I don't know. If the Chargers can't beat the Jets tonight, then I would go to the Chargers. But the Lions, they haven't looked good. They lost to the Ravens terribly. Then they got a bye. So I'm going to Chargers here.
Okay. Yeah, the Chargers are, they're one of those teams where they have the potential, but obviously, like, they don't live up to it when they should. The Lions are everything in living up to potential. I think they are very much like the Chargers, only they perform to what they should be performing to. Lions are a very good squad. I just never trust the Chargers, so I'm gonna go to Lions in this one. But I think it's gonna be a nicely offensive, highly almost like a what do they call it? One of those shootout type of matchups for sure. It's going to be a fun one to watch. Arguably a game of the week candidate. So I'm going the Lions on this one. Next game, we have an NFC East battle, very much like last week with the Eagles and Dallas. Only this time it's the Giants facing the Cowboys. What's your prediction here?
I'm going Cowboys. Giants did loss Daniel Jones ACL, so they had a backup quarterback, and they had nothing to play for at this point. They're 2-7. They lost the best quarterback they have. So I could see them just tanking for a high draft pick. But either way, the Cowboys played really good against the Eagles. About beat them. So I went Cowboys.
Yeah, the Giants are bad, right? The Giants are absolutely terrible. They are arguably the worst team in the NFL. And they just lost, like you said, they lost Daniel Jones for the year. Tyrod Taylor is on IR. Who's going to be their quarterback? I couldn't even tell you. I have no idea, and it's not going to matter because Dallas is going to get another. I don't want to say convincing because it seems like anytime Dallas gets a blowout victory, it's against terrible competition.
And
so
then they go play a good team and they get blown out.
Exactly. I mean, Dallas blew them out 40-0 earlier this season, and that's it's exactly. It's going to be the same story this time. Dallas is going to sweep them. Dallas is my lock of the week, 100%. Dallas is going to win this one. Next game, we have the Washington Commanders at the Seattle Seahawks, and what could be a very underrated matchup here. What's your prediction?
I'm going to go with Seattle. The Washington, they've been like they are good one week and then they're bad the next week. So they're like a hit or miss team. So I'm going to Seattle here.
Yeah, I'm going Seattle as well. Plus, I mean, I know the Commanders got a solid win versus the Patriots last week, but yeah, it seems like Washington they just don't have no defensive line no more after trading Sweat and Young, and that was shown last week. I don't even know if they even got a sack. I mean, it says a lot. Now they're facing the Seahawks, who are a very, very, very good squad. Now they got blown out by the Ravens, but I don't think that really diminishes them as a team. Truthfully, this is gonna be one of their really good bounce back weeks, especially back at home. The 12s are gonna be on their side. Seahawks definitely gonna win this one, but it could be closer than many people expect. So
yes, it could be.
Yeah, it depends what Commanders offense wants to show up in Seattle.
Could be a game that come down to whoever will get the last drive.
Absolutely, and it seems like Seattle's games, especially around this time frame, are a lot like that. So I don't know. We'll see. It should be a good one though. Which one will probably not be good? It might be. Ironically, no one really cares for this. This is an absolute missable game. If you have better things to do Monday morning, more important things to do Monday morning, you could easily just skip this one and go to bed early if you desire to, or just find something better to do because who the hell wants to watch the Giants and the Raiders? Or the Jets and the Raiders? Good God almighty. I know why they made this matchup when they... Yeah. I mean, come on. What's your prediction, man?
I going Jets. They got the defense. The Whalers going with what his name, the rookie. I don't see them winning. Devontae, they didn't really use him at all last game. I going Jets. They had a better defense. I think the defense going to win the game. So
They definitely do have the better defense. Now, I know last week, granted, the Raiders were facing the Giants, and they blew them out 30-6. But the Raiders' offense kind of got a little extra spark since they no longer have Josh McDaniel. Uh,
GM.
and God graced them because, I mean, it's exactly what they needed. I mean, Jacobs had easily the best game of his season thus far, almost 100, 2 touchdowns. But they still struggle in the passing game no matter who's the quarterback. So that's definitely going to be a tough bout as the Jets, man. Like you said, they have the better defense. You know, they have the secondary guys and they have the guys interiorly to stop the run. And Josh Jacobs, although he's coming off his best game easily, he's still not having a stellar season. He's still not averaging. He's not even averaging 4 yards a carry, man.
No, he looked like Najee Harris.
And they were both Bama guys. How about that?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I gotta agree with your prediction. I'm gonna go the Jets. I think defense is gonna win this one for sure. And maybe this is the one where Brees Hall breaks out again. They gotta start giving him the ball more. Potentially a Garrett Wilson score here to give them a nice solid victory.
Jack Wilson haven't been playing the worst, but he haven't been playing the best. So I didn't really see the backup for the Wales, so I don't know how he plays. But by what Zach Wilson been playing like, he been playing a little better than he did last year. So
yeah, as long as Zach Wilson continues to protect the ball, the Jets are always gonna have a chance with that defense. So yeah, Jets are gonna win this one. And what still nonetheless is gonna be a missable Sunday night game.
I don't know. They should have moved that prime time.
I know they should have flexed this, and they elected not to.
I don't know why.
I don't know why either. You could have put the Browns or the Ravens in this. You could have even put, if you wanted to, you could have put the Chargers and the Lions. Although we hate seeing the Chargers in prime time. I mean, it's happening live as we're recording this, so it's just.
Now that they weren't going to probably get the Chargers another prime time game after they got one last week and they game one right now. They were going to give them another one.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. But to close out week 10, guys, we have the Denver Broncos at the Buffalo Bills. What is going on with the Bills this year, man? I don't even know if they're an elite team no more.
I know. They are definitely not playing good. I don't know if it's the offense or the defense, but they're flat out. They are not playing like they used to play, where they were top team, smoking teams out, winning the games. And the Broncos are not much better. Let's not say that.
No, I mean, they are coming off 2 straight wins and a bye week, but the Broncos are still the Broncos. Wilson is still Wilson. Peyton is Peyton. They're not any better. You know, they're much worse than the Bills, and the Bills are going to want to get a bounce back win after almost beating the Bengals, man. But it's just Josh Allen's got to protect the ball more. He has to really protect the football. And I know it's
he need to be more assertive with the ball.
Exactly. Because he obviously has the targets, you know, especially with them getting Kincaid involved a little more. He has the targets. He just got to be a more safe quarterback. And that's always going to be his kryptonite. That's always going to be the Bills' kryptonite. And it's been costing them for a couple games this year, especially last week versus the Bengals. But I think we both agree they get a bounce back victory in convincing fashion versus the Broncos, because again, the Broncos just aren't any much better. But nonetheless, that's our week 10 picks, guys. Appreciate Nicholas Cartman for coming on the channel once again, man. Always great to have you on.
Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to do this with you guys every year. Hoping to do it that year too. So.
Oh, absolutely. Always good to have you on, man. Anything you want to say before we go on out here? Potentially anything about our Steelers?
Mike Tomlin, take notes from the Wales. If Matt Canada not play good, do something.
There you
Please.
go. There you go. You see what they did with getting rid of McDaniels, man.
And the GM.
And the GM.
We are not gonna need to go with Khan.
No.
Oh God.
No, please don't get rid of Khan, but absolutely, please get rid of Canada.
That would be the worst. No, that's the worst idea in the world.
No, please do not do that. Give it a Canada 100%, even though he's coming off arguably his best game ever. But that still doesn't save his job after 3 years of
I, I
garbage.
hope I hope I see him again on the sideline. And if we keep winning and we keep playing offense like we are with him on the sideline, just stay down there. It'll be a bell help because you can go to the offensive line, you can show them what they did wrong, they can tell you what they saw different. Same as like Najee, Warren, and the wide receivers. So it bell for him, bell communication with him down the sideline then up in the box because they only can hear him so long. And most of the time he would pick it, so they don't really get time to talk to him.
Exactly. I couldn't agree more, man. There's no point for him to go back up in the skybox. So let him stay on the sideline and freeze his ass off, and hopefully it's a little bit of an improvement for the offense. It kind of was last Thursday, so maybe we get that advantage again versus the Packers. So
I hope I see more of Najee and Warren one game, like using Warren at a jet sweep with Najee in the backfield, because that would throw teams off because they won't know which one getting the ball. And then if they let Warren one on the sideline, he could take that to the house. So
yeah,
hopefully
that's
we get some breakout ones, breakout everything on offense.
yeah, I absolutely agree. That is the way we got to just keep running the offense to find any success and to get any victories for the remainder of the year, especially for the Packers game. So hopefully our Steelers can beat the Packers and win 2 straight, and to keep using that ground game, man. Keep Broderick Jones in there. Use that big bully mentality and just run them down, run it down their throats.
Yes, and let hope we get Meatna back. That would be a big help. And after losing Cole Holcomb, I think he broke his knee or a leg. Because he's out for the season. So
Yeah. Holcomb's out for the year with a knee injury, and they just put him on IR.
yeah, so let hope we get Meatna back because that a big loss of one stopper that we lost. But Nolan, I won't lie, he been playing very good. Wobble, he played like one good game, and then we haven't really seen him. But
Yeah.
so, yeah.
We'll see what happens, though, man. That's for Sunday, but let us know you guys' Week 10 picks in the comments below. Again, shout out to Nicholas, Carmen for joining us. You're more welcome to join us for the Peace Outro, man. And as always, like, comment, subscribe. We'll see you later. Peace!
Peace.